Okay, now it's time to set up the inside of the pop-up. These gloves won't be here. You'll have a porta potty that is stowed right here. So just push that in before you step up. Pull out. The pull out is right there below the stair or the opening. Gently step in, and then what you'll do is come over to the king size bed. Now what you'll do is you'll raise the bed underneath this. This has I'll explain to you that we've been using memory foam mattresses on top, so that is an add-on that you can use for this pop-up. So if you have the memory foam, it will look similar to this, probably just the protector sheet and not our sheets on it. But lift the bed up under the memory foam here. If you don't have the memory foam, you will see a pole. Gently pull this pole out. Now remember, you're in a canvas pop-up. You want to make sure that you do not hit the edges of the canvas. Now, as you can see, this pole will slide just into that opening. Let me raise it up so you can see. All right, I will focus on that after I show you this. This is a push pin system. Raise this and you will find the place where this slides into this hole right here. So you gently push. This should be, let me explain. This should be at the very last pin opening. It should not have been advanced at all. So make sure before you push this up, it's in the very last pin opening. That way it doesn't overstretch it when you push this in. So now I'm going to push this in, and then it is kind of hard. So push in with one hand like this, and then push up. Once you're in there, you get it a ledge like that. Push the pin in, and then push it up past that pin so it's secure. So it's in between the two pins now. That's how you secure the roof. Now, it does slide into that end, as you can see. That is a plastic. It does slide into that. So make sure that it is in that and not against the canvas or against the pole. Okay, and that's how that looks. Okay, we're gonna come over here. You're gonna see that the sink is upside down. That's how it's stored. That's how it's supposed to be. Gently raise this up and gently sit this down onto the counter. Okay, it's okay that you maybe see a little bit of water there. That's if there was any left in the sink. And so, yeah, that's normal if you see just a tad bit of water. What you'll also see is the back of the cushion to the couch, and also the California twin. I call it a California twin because it's extremely long. So on the back of this, you will see Velcro straps, and on the bottom of this, you'll see Velcro straps right here. That will attach to these, and that's what holds it up on each corner. So what you'll do is, I can't do this one-handed, you'll hold this up, one hand, and the other hand, you will attach this to that Velcro strap. And that is what holds it up. Again, on the other end, Velcro strap to the back, attach, and push it in. Okay? Now you have it all set up. Should look like a bench. Okay, now go to the queen size part. Gently, again, there's another memory foam. If you have the add-on feature of the memory foam, it'll look like this. If not, it'll just look like this, the bed, the normal bed that's here. Gently raise this bed up, and you will see the hook pole, the shepherd's hook is what I like to call it. Gently pull this out, and you do not want to tear the bottom of the bed. But here on this side, you can see more of that plastic piece. So what you want to do is get it just under that piece, and then start pushing, and you'll see that when you fully push it out, I'll show you again how it slides into that plastic piece. It's similar on this side. Sorry. Again, one-handed. Push this in and then up like that. Push this pin down so it goes into between the two pins as secure. This is what I was talking about, the pole sliding into that plastic piece. If it does not look like that, fix it right away. Okay, now the beds are secured. Let's move over to the dinette. The dinette, underneath the dinette, you will find, let me push this, I like to store it there while we're camping. Underneath the dinette, you will see a microwave. Gently slide the microwave out. There is glass inside of it. So this will just slide it on the counter here. If you have the stove outside, you can have the microwave inside. That's the way we like it. You can change it up if you want. All right. Now, as far as the stove, it could go right where I put the microwave, and the microwave could go up next to the sink. Or if you're like us, we like to have the stove outside so that smoke or grease or anything doesn't get inside the pop-up. So it's up to you which way you like that. Before you pull that out though, you're gonna find a pole on top, sitting right on top of there, that you pull out. It's a similar shepherd's hook. How this works is similar to the other ends. You will see here is a pole laying on top of the seats, and it's similar that you slide it in, push it in, and then push that to the edge like this. Now underneath here, it's a little different mechanism. Sorry. It's a groove that you go in, you take it into that groove, and then you push it down. So again, you go into the wide side and then you slide it down. Okay? And then it looks like that inside the plastic piece. Okay, now it's time to set up the table. And so what I like to do is take the cushions, sit them over here on the king size bed. Just slide them all over there. Okay, just slide them like that. Then you have, it's time to come back for that stove. So what you'll do is grab that metal piece. This is the brace that will hold your stove outside, not inside. Gently slide this. You see that this metal brace is connected to actually the pop-up so it doesn't slide around during transport. So gently slide this off the brace. It's hard to do with two hands. But make sure you don't hit the wall right here when you're sliding that out. So just be aware that you're not hitting this wall when you're sliding it off of that brace. There's the brace with it off. It's just sitting there now. Okay, then take this, walk outside, and when you walk outside, you will see that is a similar thing that you will attach it to. See the grooves line up. Then once the grooves line up, you slide it in. And then what I should have done is gotten the poles. Don't attach it with, let me unslide it, because I need that pole on it because it can't hold itself without the pole. So I want to show you how to properly do it without breaking it. All right, now I've got the pole. Sorry about that. Coming out, sliding this back on the groove again. I took it back off with me. Okay, now holding it up with your leg, take the pole, and similar to the bed ends, you will see a groove on the pop-up wall. Careful not to hit the wall and scratch the paint. And then underneath, you'll see a groove to attach it to there. And it should look like this. Okay. And in order to hook it up to the gas line, you want to take this plug off. Once you take the plug off like that, it'll hang down. Then what you'll do is you'll take your pigtail end and press it into this, but you'll have to push the connector back so that it sits. And it sits without coming apart. So let me see if I can do it. It is definitely a two-hand job, so hopefully you can see this as I do it. I don't know if it's in shot, but okay, when it's properly seated and properly connected, you won't see any shiny metal. If you see shiny metal, it's not properly connected. Now, in order for this to work, here is the throughput. So make sure when you turn that knob that these knobs both say off so that you're not losing gas. In order to set this up, just fold this out, sort of like an origami. You can just sit these out to be along the side. So that's how it looks. It's fully set up. Let's go back in and I'll show you how the dinette comes together. There's a rounded edge piece of wood that is on hinges that you pull up on either side. Here's another piece. You pull up on this side. Okay. And then once that is done, what you'll do is take this table. I'm trying to see how I can do this with two hands again. Let's see if I can brace this right here so you can see what I'm doing. Maybe a little bit like this. Sorry, technical difficulties here. Okay, take this table, gently pull it, lift up on this edge that's closest to you, sit it gently on this side of the seats, and then hold it up. I don't know if you can see what this is. The legs are attached. The legs are attached via Velcro strap. So gently pull the Velcro strap apart, and then just pull out the legs. Okay, once the legs are pulled out, push these metal lines in just like a normal regular metal table. And then do that, and then set this. Again, it's a very gently. The reason I'm not holding that is because I don't want to hurt the pop-up, but yet I don't want to. Here we go. So I just set it in there, You can adjust it. You can adjust it to ever how you like, but what I like is pushing it just gently up against the edge. That way it's easier to get in and out of the seats. Now the seat cushions are attached via Velcro on the back, similar to the couch. So you can attach those like that, and then bring the big one for the bottom. And so the bottom will sit like that, and the back will sit like that. So that's how it looks. And you can tuck this in right here, just so it's in securely. Now this one I'll attach before putting in. So, sorry. Attach there. Attach there. And for now I'll set it like this. Sit it. Sorry, this is not a good video experience, but you can imagine how I'm doing it. But there it is. It's fully attached, fully together. Kitchen set up, bunk ends are set up. It's time for the door. The door setup is hanging above you. Right there, it's totally secure. There's 2 buttons on either side. Okay, and it's attached right here to this lip, and it's held together with this metal lip right here and this twist thing that holds it up. So once you untwist this, you can lift it out, but you don't do that until you unbutton each of these sides. Once you unbutton these sides, it's held up by this metal strap and this metal strap. So it's not going to fall on you, but it will come down to say about right here. And then come over here, undo this, lift it out of here, back it up, twist it to its side, go through the opening to the outside, and then gently place it down here on the threshold. Let me zoom in there, okay. And then once it's in, you will see that this is Velcro. Yep, more Velcro. That will attach to the outside of the door, but not until the very end. What your next step would be is to get the grooves. You'll see two grooves for attaching, switching, or turning these in. Once they go through the groove, twist it, and that holds the door too. And then you'll see the others. So I'm gonna do this one-handed. That's the reason I told you everything I'm doing before doing it, because there's the unbutton first. Notice how I'm not holding it, and it's being held by these metal things. Next thing is I like to place my head underneath it. It's not heavy at all. Once I twisted that, I'll pull this down. Sorry. And then I'll gently holding this in, because there's no metal pieces there. Remember I said to twist it and slide it through the opening, and the other end is held up by those metal straps. Okay. And then what you'll do is what I like to do is just place my foot out like that until I get this ballast up and over it, so I can see where I need to go with the door. Okay, then gently lift up the door and get it off my foot, and then find that groove. Make sure those grooves line up. Here's the grooves I was talking about. There's one, and sorry, there's the other. Push, lift up the door, get it on the groove, and then, again, this is very hard to do with one hand. I've never done it with one hand. Trying to hold the video. Okay, so that's what it looks like attached. sorry, one-handed is really hard to do. You want to use both hands. Okay, so now it looks like this before it's fully attached. What I like to do is make sure these twists are straight up and down so that you can get it into the grooves or get it into the pop-up and then twist them. So now's a good time to open the door very gently, walk outside, and gently lift the door just slightly and then push into place. Once you push it into place, you can open it up. See, the threshold is all together. You may have to push on it with your knee, but then twist these ties or twist these holders in place. Okay, twist and twist. Okay, now the door is fully, well, not fully attached. Sorry, the Velcro. I like to take the Velcro on the outside, shut the door, and then pull taut. Again, this is just like the bed ends. You want to make sure that the Velcro is pulled really tight so that no bugs or anything comes in. There's a little flap down here at the bottom. As you can see, the opening. Make sure the flap is facing outside. That way it'll close that opening. If the flap is on the inside, you'll see light from the inside or light from the outside, depending on where you are. So then what I like to do is press hard on this, just to make sure I have a good seal. Again, on this side, start at the top, pressing down as you go down. And similar to this, you'll see that flap. Make sure that it's pointed out before you attach here. So once that's all attached, the door opens and shuts right. Okay. All right. So now we're back in, and this is what it looks like set up. Now, if you are turning on the air conditioning, as you can see, it should always be turned off before leaving the campsite. But if you're turning on the air conditioner, you turn on low heat, low fan, and then high fan, and then low cool, and then high cool. Now, to adjust it, like if you were sleeping during the night and you want to not get up because it's either too cold or too hot, this is where you adjust the temperature. So right here is where your mark is going to be. So if it's so hot in here, you want to make sure it's all the way on all blue. Turn this way all you can, but don't press too hard, it'll break off. And then adjust it like this before you go to bed so that you're not freezing in the middle of the night. That's happened to us before. But you find that little happy spot, place right here on the right temperature for you and your family. All right, raising the windows. Raising the windows is pretty simple. You want to take the bottom of the center and fold it behind it, so you're rolling it underneath. So you'll roll all the way up. I'll show you this. Once you roll all the way up, you want to take it behind the ballast, look good. And with one hand, you'll hold it up right there. And with the other hand, let me see if I can point this down. What you'll do is you'll pinch this little thing down here with your fingers and then slide this up. If you let go of it, it'll stop. It's a push mechanism. And then slide it all the way up to hold the thing. There's two of them. And then you slide it all the way up like this. Keep pinching all the way up under. And then fix your ballast. There you go. So that's how all the windows work. The bunk ends work very similar, except that they have Velcro to attach. Two Velcro places. So you'll pull this out and then just let it fall. I'll show you what that looks like. I'll back up. And that's how it looks. There's another one that comes down over here and they attach via Velcro on this side. Now, to get these back up, you will always fold in and not out. So folding behind itself, as you can see, I'm folding up like this, and then using these Velcro straps. Sorry, I'm trying to get it on video, one-handed, like that. All right, hot and cold. The fridge, the way you open and close the door is this small little plastic handle, so be careful, it can break. Just gently push up like that, and then you can see that it's in a groove, that it locks shut once it's in that hole and push down. Then to open it up is to open it like that and to open. And if you plugged in your pop-up as soon as you got into your site and you are getting everything set up, it should start to feel cold, but it will take a while for it to feel like a refrigerator. And that's a known fact for any three-way refrigerator, brand new or not. So there's storage underneath the sink that you can store stuff. And on this side, there's a drawer that you can store stuff in your drawer. And next to it is a compartment that you can store stuff in that as well. All right, and small little storage compartment under here. There is your furnace. This is how to operate the furnace, but I will do that in a different video. This is how you access your compartment in the front. So say you've already pulled this out over the lid of your trunk in the front. This is how you can still access everything from your trunk. That and a side door on the side outside. This is a compartment we like to use to put our shoes in because there's no lip there. This is something that we like to store our waters in. Again, this is a drawer. Another drawer. This is to hook up your microwave. So to hook up your microwave, take the brown power cable, come down here, plug this into the bottom one, because we like to use the top one for our chargers and everything. So plug that into the bottom one, and then take this brown cable around the back and place everything behind the sink. And then we like to put the microwave plug just in the bottom one, and then place it all back here. We just like to be neat and tidy. And so that's how the microwave is set up. I won't show you how to use a microwave, but just showing you if there is one. Alright, all the windows that have curtains can roll up to see out. These curtains, they unzip, so be careful when you unzip the curtains to not sit on the actual fabric, but you store the fabric folded up behind the seats on either end, and then under or on the end of the table, so it's not on the table, so the food doesn't get on the fabric itself. The door has a screen as well. All the ends have screens, and so that you can open it up and get cool, fresh air. The door, you press these little buttons, or these little slides here on either end, and I'll show you. This is how you open the screen door. There's a screen on the door. Okay, there is 2 fire extinguishers in here, one right there, and the other fire extinguisher is under here, and it is the larger fire extinguisher. So there, it's on the bottom. So just so you know where the fire extinguishers are. If you were off grid, and you weren't at a campsite and you needed to, and you had water, you put water in so that you could have it through your sink. What you'll do here, this is your water pump. And you turn that on. You hear it. Don't ever turn that on while you're hooked up to a campsite though. It will actually burn out that motor, because what it's trying to do is pump water in your storage container, which is underneath the floor. But again, that's only if you're not at a campsite that you can't hook up to. All right. And the furnace, I will do a separate video on the furnace. Super simple to start, but we have found out, camping at this 4 times so far, we have found out that this is plenty heat enough. If you turn this to low heat, and then turn that on that side, it will actually burn you out. It's really, really strong. So, but anyway, yeah, so you don't even have to use the gas, because the gas tanks, if you use the gas tanks, you should refill them before returning it. But if you don't want to use the gas for your furnace all night, and you just want to use that, then, you know, electricity at your campsite is free. You've already paid for it. All right. Hope this video was helpful. If I did not explain anything and there's something happening, please give me a call. I've already given you my cell phone number, so just give me a call if there's any issues that you're having that this video does not resolve. Thank you. Bye-bye.